Hello and welcome. Today we've got Delora O'Brien and Joe Dingle. And today we are going to be discussing snake venom and Trump and also false flags, deep state false flags. Now, just before we begin, you can subscribe to our Telegram channels and to nicholasveniamin.com for my free email updates. And if you're watching this for the first time on YouTube, I will leave the link below in the description for the full interview, unless, of course, myself and the guests can choose their words wisely due to the insane censorship that's happening right now. Delora and Joe, thank you both for joining me. How are you and what have you been up to? We'll go with Joe first.
Oh, awesome. You know, this is my first time in a while being back on the stream with you. And I was just taking a little bit of time off just to kind of clear my head and really seek the Lord on things. But it's been a lot going on since I've been on the live stream. And so I'm very happy to be back on to be able to share some of the things that are going on.
Absolutely. And how about you, Delora? How are you?
I wish I could take some time off. Joe, I envy you.
Addictive, right?
I don't know if it's addictive. I kind of get moved and I like my insides just kind of literally shake until I release what has been given to me. So it's been, I've been doing some studying. I was usually go on my own channel. Haven't done it all week, waiting for today to release this.
Wow. Wow. Now this is new stuff about the snake venom. People are saying that, was this the real cause of the big C? So much going on. So, Delora, why don't you tell us what's going on with you? And just bear in mind about the censorship on YouTube. We can talk about anything, but we just have to go around it and avoid some words.
Absolutely. Okay. Thank you, Nick. In CUE, the 17th letter of the alphabet, in 2018, 2 times within 2 months, said, watch the water. And so people that with, Evergreen that had happened and all the different things that have gone on, people are aware. Well, he said that, they said that, we need to do this. So along comes a video with that title. And I don't know the people that did it. So I can't even say, I'll vouch for them or I think they're crazy or whatever. I just go by facts. I just go by objective reality, common sense, God-given discernment, which is keen. And so I had about 200 people email me, literally, maybe over, that I've got to watch this video. Well, after finding out about it, a couple of things hit me. There are the REM med that is being used, plus the thing that they put on people with big C, has killed people. It literally has. We know that. That is a statistic. People know. We know people who's done it. So that was exactly what I think it should have been. I agree with that person, that doctor, completely. But if we're going to talk about snake, can I say that? Can I say?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Snake venom in the water supply. You got to really put on your thinking cap and dig in. You can't take today. You can't take anything at face value. Everything you have to question, everything from both sides. So what I did is I did a little bit of digging. This is what I found out. In the United States alone, 322 billion gallons of water is used daily. Now, that's an astronomical number, and that's only for the United States. So this is what I need to know first off. How did they get that in the water supply? Did they go to every municipality? What about the rest of the country? How did this happen? When did it happen? Why would they use a costly substance like snake venom? Do you know how many snakes you'd have to milk to get enough venom to put in the water supply? Never mind fluoride that's in some supplies would probably counteract that. Chemicals that are used to purify, what effect would they have on that? So I guess basing it on venom can cause blood clotting. Yes. Okay, I see that. But it also causes immediately nausea, diarrhea, vomiting. I got a whole list here. Rapid heart rate, disturbed vision, increased sweating, numbness, tingling, frozen face, muscle twitching. So when you think of the symptoms that deal with the big C and snake venom, they're very few. So for me, okay, let me put a black hat on for a second, okay? Why would I use snake venom? Why not use something cheaper, something easier, something more extensive? Why not? That can just kill everybody. If it was that easy, the cabal in the deep state would have done it already. They would have done it. They wouldn't have been playing. They just wipe everybody out. That's it. So to me, this doesn't make sense. Now, if I can continue a little bit, why don't kids? Why are kids immune to snake venom? And teenagers and young adults? I don't get it. What about healthy people? People that are healthy fight the big C more than people who have, problems, medical issues. Why is that? So I'm healthy. If I drink water and there's snake venom in it, so I don't get it then because I'm healthy. No such thing as a healthy person fighting snake venom. Snake venom doesn't care the color of your skin, who you believe in as a religion. It doesn't matter what age you are. Okay. So now, how about this? Take some water, test it, go test it. Let's see if there's snake venom in the water. Very, very easy to do. So and then on top of it all, this is what I read from a medical association. Get this one. The venom from Bothropes jaracucu, one of the most feared and deadly snakes in the world. Brazilian researchers have located a peptide in the venom that drips from the inch-long fangs of this 7-foot aggressive snake. That peptide is capable of connecting to an enzyme on the surface of the big C virus, locking it up and making the virus incapable of connecting to a human cell. So not only do I not believe this, my opinion, not only do I not believe this, but they're actually looking at this to be in Brazil, one of the remedies. Now, to end this, the biggest reason I went down this road is because on a couple of the videos that were made, again, I don't know this person. I don't know any of these people. That's not a bad thing, and that's not a good thing. When I know Joe Dingle. If somebody said to me, Joe Dingle said, blah, 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 I'd be like, I don't think so. Or know the character of Joe Dingle or the background of Joe Dingle or who he is. I know him. So for me, I don't know who these people are. I just know that they're on here on videos and YouTubes. And so we're supposed to believe them. No, you don't believe anybody. So what did it for me and perked my ears up is when at the end of the couple of the videos, Trump was named. Trump was named as in a seed. See, seeds are why we're in this problem today. Seeds are planted in your mind, in your spirit, in your heart. So when a seed is planted and then it's watered by someone, then something grows. And what grows is distrust in President Donald J. Trump, which really bothers me. So not that he's perfect. He's not. Am I? Are you? Is Joe? No. So this is the thing. This is what really got me. At the end of one of the videos, what happened is they say Trump went to Fordham University, and that college is based with the Jesuits. Okay, so they're talking about the Jesuits being behind this, and the little F man and all the rest of them, and then they connect Trump to this. Well, are you buying stuff from a grocery store? Do you go to a bank? They're all part of it. They're all under BlackRock, Vanguard, the whole bunch of them. So how Boston College. Everybody goes to Boston College, the college I went to. So that means that we're all part of this, I guess. Okay, so let me tell you what's happening all at the same time. And then I'm not going to say another word. A defendant just today. Now, this is all coming out at the same time. This thing, seed planted about our rightful president. Tons of people, hundreds of thousands of people. Okay. Then a defendant this morning was charged with the attack right before the inauguration in January, testified that he believed he was following presidential orders from Trump when he stormed the building. Dustin Thompson testified he believed he was following Trump's orders to go to the Capitol and fight like hell. So now we've got that. And we've got this thing. Now we've got Oz. Big thing over Oz. Why is he endorsing Oz? Because think again, critical thinking, objective reality. We are in a situation in a normal election year, we would not even think of an Oz because he really isn't. He's more of a rhino. But this is what Trump knows. Brilliant man. Get him in. He's known him for 30 years. He's friends with him. He probably knows he can control the man. Get him in more than a Democrat. That's what he's thinking. We've got to get beyond. Then NBC News comes out. Oh, just this morning, we had an interview with President Trump, and he implied that his health might be a factor in even coming back for the presidency or running in 2024. And okay, so Nick, why is this all happening? Bottom line, there are people and patriots that we know, you know, I know, we love, maybe we don't love, that have their eye on 2024. Their eye is on 2024. And how do you tell? You can tell because they never mention the what happened on November 3rd, 2020, how that was a complete disaster and completely fake. Okay. They don't ever mention that. They don't ever mention Trump 2024. They don't ever do that. So for me, this whole thing is either someone really doesn't understand how things work in the real world with this whole snake venom and water supply thing, or how snake venom would affect you, or somebody somewhere, somehow, I'm not blaming this doctor, I don't know him, but why do people that when they come out with something so huge and have so many hundreds of thousands of people watch, connect Trump to it? Why?
Right.
My question.
Well, I think that whether there is snake venom or not, okay, because what the deep state like to do is they like to give us a little bit of the truth so they can sneak in a very big lie or a psyop. So, maybe whether there is, snake venom or not, they will definitely at some point, and they will be stupid not to, infiltrate the truth. Now, we're not saying we don't know exactly, the person saying that, the doctor saying that, and the data and the research behind it. We don't know 100% sure.
No,
who.
Just common sense.
Exactly, but there is a possibility, like you said, we don't know that person very well. Like I know you and Joe Dingle, to say this person is telling the truth or this person's, maybe manipulated or he's lying or we don't know.
No,
but what we do know is that it's not unreasonable to assume that the deep state would, in some way infiltrate the truth community to then put a little flake or a cherry
absolutely
and try to stir us away from Trump. They have to be strategic. They know that Trump is really holding everything back.
Yep.
That's right. That's right. And you infiltrate from within. There's a saying, the most dangerous person is the reformed thief. That's Trump. And I personally, this is why I'm bringing this up today and brought this to you. All I want is I want people to question everything. Because you want something to be true does not mean it is. That's all. And God's got this, guys. God has got this. That's why I wore this shirt. God's got this. Relax, sit back, have hope. Sure, we're at the Red Sea, but even the Red Sea parted, and it's going to happen again.
So good.
Joe, is there anything, please tell us your perspective and what you would like to share with the viewers today?
No, that's good because, see, Trump is in position where, him and the White Hats are in control. And it's scary, of course, to the deep state because they know they've already lost, So, he's playing, he's maneuvering. And it's just amazing how, MS, mainstream media, I mean, they just, just tell you a whole lie. And I always say, the media will only give you surface value, but truth always give you the root. It always digs deeper to show you what's really going on. And that's what's really happening. There's a lot of false flags that are going on. And, as it pertains to that, but also as it pertains to there's a lot of violence taking place. Chaos is one of the ingredients to their narrative. And so we see a lot of violence and chaos going on, particularly within New York. A lot of chaos is taking place in New York. Just had a situation with the shooting in the subway and also in Philadelphia, the area that I'm in. There's a lot going on there as well with young children shooting each other, a lot of violence. And a lot of these children are connected to different countries, which actually stems back to the borders. And these are things that we need to kind of watch out for because I'm sure, we haven't forgot about what's going on in the borders. But we really need to see what's going on and really keep our eyes open because the deep state is going to use these things as false flags. And of course, we're getting closer to the big E, I can't say that word, but the big E that's coming on where leadership is being changed around. They're going to do all these things. They're going to cause all these false flags. But like Delora said, we have to stick to the truth. And the truth is always available if you dig and go after it.
That's right.
So we can't get focused on surface value, which mainstream media gives us. We have to focus on the truth, which comes from God, because God leads us and guides us into all truth. And so I just want to encourage everybody, let's not get so caught up in the violence and things that are going on in the world. But like the Lord said, let's focus on the truth. Let's see what's really, really going on. And let's continue to trust the man who God has anointed for this time.
That's right.
The man is still anointed for this time. And that is our president, Donald J. Trump.
Absolutely. And I do think to myself as well, when I interview some people, even myself. And by the way, I just want to let the viewers know that anybody that I interview and I allow to come on my platform, it does not mean I agree with everything that they say. And this applies to everyone. And, this is a platform where people come on and they share their views and I question them. And there have been some people who are anti-Trump, okay? And it's very suspicious to me. Now, some of them might genuinely think, they might be paranoid, and I understand that. They might think that he is part as controlled opposition. But if he's not, then definitely there will be deep state infiltration to they act like truthers, to send people to act like truthers and messengers, but to steer us away from half of the truth. So, and to make us feel more vulnerable. So I'm aware of everything, but I like to question people. And I think the truth community is growing so big that the deep state are now probably having to infiltrate the truth community because they're terrified.
Right. That's
absolutely
true.
Go ahead, Gil. I'm sorry.
No, it's so true because, this is like you said, Nick earlier, this is what Satan does. He always mixes a little bit of truth with a majority of false and deception, so of course, he's going to try to get in and try to deceive by using some truth with deception, which is also called slander. When you tell some truth about somebody, but you also lie on them to be able to allow your motive to come across. And this is what's going on. But I think the devil's too late. I think things have already been established. Everything is in place for the good. And now that the enemy is trying to now bring deception and slander and all these things, it's already too late. And I think they're beginning to realize that.
Absolutely. And if we have the intention of serving humanity and doing what we're doing in a good, with good intention for peace, including the viewers, by sharing information with people, speaking to them themselves, families, whatever, as long as the intention is clean and to serve, I believe that we'll always be protected by the divine energy, universe, God. We'll always protected. And I really believe that. And, yeah, that's it. So
it is.
guys,
It definitely is it. That is it. If I can add something, most people know that I worked with Prophet Kim Clement, and I was friends with him for several decades. And he was a proven prophet. A prophet is proven by having words come to pass. Doesn't mean he never makes a mistake, because as the word of God says, you know in part and you prophesy in part. And that's a human being. They're not gods. But this is what I know from the man who prophesied Trump, from the man who said there was 2 presidents, from the man that you could go on and on and on, things that came to pass, September 11th, Katrina, on and on. This is what he said about what we're dealing with now. He said there will be a new kind of war, and the war will stem from the beast of the East, and that is China. So for me, I live with that. I trust that. Now, I'm not so naive that I think, that he could never be wrong. I don't live there. I can be wrong. Anybody can be wrong. We do our best. We're human beings. But again, and I love that you stress this, Nick, and Joe as well. The community that we are in is very different than the truth community I was in 10 short years ago. Remember, I've been in this for 30 plus years. I've been in this since I was pre-med, when I saw a doctor kill a patient. I've been in this. So this is what I know. Years ago, there was a handful of us that knew what was really going on. September 11th broadened that to 2 cups full of people. And when our president, Donald J. Trump, came into office and was inaugurated in 2017, that man took blinders off people's eyes, and through his tweets and through everything, which is another thing, but let's not go there, through his tweets and through everything, he let people know truth. And then there was a community, and we could all trust each other. Now, like you said, Nick, if I was a black hat, this would be the first place I would infiltrate and get people to follow a person and love them and trust them. Maybe a known patriot, maybe somebody in the military, maybe who knows, but that would be the person I would set up. So I'm looking to and fro. I'm watching. Who doesn't promote Donald J. Trump? Who doesn't speak about what happened at the election? Who doesn't say, yes, he needs to come back? If not, he needs to 2024. Who is not saying that? Even if they say they love him, even if they're friends with him, it doesn't matter, because we are in the fog of war. We've heard that a lot. And when the fog starts to clear, you really see people, but you've got to dig deeper. You cannot ever listen to what people say. Listen to what they mean, and you will get the truth.
Yes, that's so good.
Amen. Absolutely. Well, the way I see the truth community, it will slowly become mainstream as as the fake news media will, lose credibility and slowly devalue themselves. I think it's just there's going to be an overlap there, And we will take that power back, because,
Absolutely.
I'm not from that corporation. Neither are you guys. We are doing this organically, unscripted.
That's right.
And that's why there's lots of ums and arms,
And,
because we're thinking naturally and organically to get the truth out there. And that's what's important.
Yes.
By the way, did you get on Truth Social yet?
No, I'm still on the waiting list.
Me too.
I was able to get on actually.
Nick, what's wrong with us?
Yeah, I don't know what that was all about. I had to wait a long time too, but I finally was able to get on. Just one day I was able to log in and it popped up.
Wow, nice. Well, guys, it's been an absolute honor to have you both. Thank you so, so much. Until next time, is there anything else that you'd like to say to the viewers before we finish? Joe, you can go first.
Just look forward to the next gathering, which we are getting ready to do.
Sold out, baby.
And God has really been blessing. I mean, we've been having an awesome time. So definitely, Delora, she's going to tell you about the sites where you can go to and support and all those things. But it's been amazing, and this thing is going to sweep the world. So I'm looking forward to that. Check me out, of course, on YouTube, and Nick will have all the links. Like I said, I'm on Truth Social and all those things. And it's just good to be back, to be able to share truth, and to be with you, Nick. You're doing an awesome job, and looking forward to when you definitely go mainstream all over the world, so everybody can experience and witness what you're doing. So good to be back on.
Thank you. Amen. And Delora, how about yourself?
Well, Joe's our drummer, and a kick-A drummer. He's awesome. And that's April 30th, sold out, I'm sorry, in California, but there will be another one right after that. But, we're even in Sunday nights, and I've been announcing this now, hopefully in July, in Florida. It will be live. It'll be every Sunday night. It'll be a small amount of seats, but we're doing gatherings, and they will be online. It will be a gathering. It's called Acts 2.0. And that'll be happening hopefully in July. Now, the only thing I'd like to add is, like Joe said, if you want to help us out, tickets are free. We don't charge anybody for anything. My channel isn't monetized on YouTube. None of I don't make money anywhere, but there are a couple places. And one of them is joyandcountry.com. That's God's Got This, and all kinds of really great, like normal clothes in the boutique we have there. And this is one of the ways we are able to do the gatherings all over the country. And our eyes are on Pennsylvania. So, Joe, in July, we're going to be by you. Driving distance, bro. And and what I'm hoping is that at some point we can get Nick Veniamin at one.
Yes.
I would pack the place. 5,000 people. Pack out, Nick. Standing invitation, my brother. Standing invitation.
I would love to, and I would love to meet so many people, shake their hands, and talk to them. I'd love that. I'd really love that.
Amen.
Yes.
Amen. I'll get my links. The links will all be in the thing, and people can find us.
Well, thank you very much, and we'll speak again very soon. And God bless you both, and thank you for the work you're doing too.